John, you're too attractive, and you're too married for us to be this close.
It was one dance, Felicia. Let's get honest. None of this was an accident, and we both know it.
Ah! What the hell are you doing, McKinnon?
What's it to you, Carlino?
It looks like you're disturbing the peace. And as an officer of the law, it's my
Let me tell
responsibility.
you something. You got nothing on me, all right?
Consider this a warning. I'm feeling generous tonight.
Well, I'm not. So, what, are you on duty in that monkey suit?
I was at the hospital fundraiser. Where's Paulina?
None of your business.
She do that to you, sure?
Let me tell you something, all right? Paulina doesn't want you in her life. She doesn't want you to be her bodyguard. She doesn't want you, Joe. She doesn't want you.
Oh, yeah? Well, I wouldn't be too sure about that. Looks to me like you're the one she doesn't want.
Oh, she wants me.
Oh, yeah? So where is she? What did you do to her?
Oh, my God. Does Victoria know?
She was with him at the end, Anna.
We were all praying for him to...
I think there was just too much damage. I don't even think they expected him to regain consciousness.
She was always afraid that she would lose him this way. Oh, God.
What's Vicky now, Mom?
I don't know. She wanted to be alone. I have to go back in for Carl.
He was a good man. A good friend.
I have to go find Victoria.
Maybe she's in the solarium.
I'll go look in the chapel.
I can't lose you, Ron. I need you. You brought me closer to a truth than I never thought possible. You, dear boy, are goodness itself, a prince of light. Do not go gentle. Rage. Rage against the dying of the light.
I've done everything I could. APBs, roadblocks, patrols, and still there's no trace of you. No matter what anyone says, I will keep looking. I won't stop until we're together and I can hold you and hear your heart beating with mine. Remember when we were in the cave and that's all we could hear? How could I forget how fragile life is? These days without you have been the longest, loneliest ones I can remember. I know you're still alive. I believe in your strength. Soon, you'll be in my arms with Kirk and Stephen, and we'll kiss your tears away. We'll finally be the family we always dreamed of being. You are love and life to me, Vicky. My sun, my moon, and all my shining stars.
never known what it was to feel loved if it wasn't for you. If it wasn't for you, there'd be no Rachel in my life. You know, I often wondered how I could father a son like you. Such a pure spirit. How could it come from through the likes of me? Oh, I'm so proud of you, my son. You changed me. You softened my heart.
Mrs. Hutchins? We really need to take Captain Harrison downstairs now.
Oh, please, just give them a few more minutes. He has to say goodbye to his son.
Yes, but I'm afraid time is a factor.
Time?
If we wait more than a few hours, his corneas will be compromised.
I don't understand what you mean.
Captain Harrison was carrying a donor card in his wallet. We're prepping an OR right now.
Oh. He was an organ donor.
But due to complications because of his illness, his heart and his liver were not viable for transplant. Neither were his kidneys.
Yes, well, he certainly understands what's right.
But his corneas are perfect, and they can be saved. Like to give somebody the gift of sight
Yes,
isn't...
he understands what's important, doesn't he?
The nurses tell me he was quite remarkable.
Yes, he was.
I'm sure you'll want to honor his wishes. We need a consent form signed.
Yes, I understand. I just didn't know, and I don't think my husband knows.
Would you like me to tell him?
No, thank you. I'll tell him. Darling. The doctors need to take Ryan back down to surgery. You see, he's an organ donor, and they're trying to save his corneas.
No. Nobody touches him.
Darling.
Kill anyone who lays a hand on my boy.
Darling, this is what Ryan wants.
I think I'm going to let strangers care for him. I care for him myself. This is my son. My responsibility. This is my future. No. Now, stay here with me. Stay with me. Come, get out. Get out. Get out. Take your medical expertise. So I love you. You're gone now, lad. Yeah. There's no one gonna hurt you. I'll stay here with you. Ryan. Must you leave me now? Please. Please come back, my perfect son.
John, we should go back inside.
Why?
Because we have to. Because you're the guest of honor. Because...
John, there you are. Everyone's been looking for you. It's time for your speech.
Well, I guess I'll have to manufacture some excitement.
Will it kill you?
It may. But I'll try to find some source of inspiration.
Did I miss something?
No. I just think that this whole thing embarrasses John.
Well, lighten up, Doc. There are a lot of people out there who think you can walk on water.
Well, that's the problem. I don't.
Go easy on him. John, come on, this is no time for false modesty.
I'm not saying that...
Good. Because you do deserve this award. So try to be a little gracious, please, or you'll hurt the people that really have come here. They just want to say thank you for you and your work and your
Oh,
vision.
damn it, Felicia. You went and did it again.
What?
It made me feel better.
Anytime, Doctor.
John should know.
Dana? My dance? Excuse me. Hey, stranger.
I was hoping we would see you. Do you know when Charlene is coming home or when... Frankie, excuse me. I'll talk to you. George?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Eric Davey, the President of the Board of Trustees. Thank you. Thank you. On behalf of Bay City General, it is my pleasure to thank you for your generous support.
What did you do to her? Did you two have a fight?
Well, this is my wife. What happens is none of your business, all right?
Must have been a beauty. You know what? She still has feelings for me.
Oh, you're just dreaming that, okay? Because she saved all those feelings for me.
Oh, yeah, well, that would explain why you're doing what you're doing down here, trashing the docks all by yourself. Where is she tonight, huh?
Newsflash, Joe. Newsflash. She doesn't want you, bud. She doesn't want you. You can show up on the doorstep if you want. You can drop your talent and expose your shortcomings. She doesn't want you.
You want to bet on that one?
I don't care.
I can give her a much better life than you could ever give her.
I don't think you could give anyone very much of life on the chump change you make.
I do fine.
It doesn't matter how you do, Joe. See, that's it. It doesn't matter how you do. She's not going to go for a loser like you. So why don't you get out of my face and leave Paulina alone?
Why? Are you afraid that you're not going to measure up to the competition? I'll see you around, Jake.
The new wing gives us an additional 300 beds. 7 operating rooms, all equipped for microsurgery. New laboratory facilities, and a much-needed outpatient program designed exclusively for our AIDS cases and their special needs. In this era of cutbacks, it is gratifying for our community to rally
not so fast.
and find the funds to ensure quality health care. Keeps pace with the latest innovation.
Thanks. You be sure to find me now when this runs out.
Achieving and maintaining this kind of state-of-the-art facility is much easier said than done.
Hey, you got one Mercura there, Frankie. What happened to those fabulous vibes, huh? Especially when Joe was about to psychically sucker punch me.
Need a little air from
Hey, nothing.
Paulina, please keep it down. John is trying to make a speech.
Yeah? Well, I got some choice words for some of those folks, too.
Hey.
Where's
Champagne.
I don't need Jake.
Well, I'm sure that he could take you home.
Oh, yeah, well, Mr. Wonderful could go to hell.
Socrates Award.
He walked out on me tonight. So much for true love, huh?
Before I present this to John, I'd like to say a few words about the kind of man he is.
That won't be necessary.
If you're sure.
I'm sure, Eric. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, congratulations.
I would like to thank you for that was my speech. It was beautifully written for me, but I think that I'll just speak to you from the heart. I would like to say that I'm very grateful for this opportunity to thank you for your belief in this hospital and what we do here. Unfortunately, doctors are not perfect. Sometimes the best and only thing we can do is to submit to a power greater than ourselves.
Mother, this is a disaster. What is he doing?
Telling the truth.
I'm sure that all of you by now have either read or heard about the little boy that we lost here the other day. Ben Michaels didn't need to die. It was a waste. A tragedy. We did everything we could. We all tried, and sometimes that's all we can do as doctors and as people, is to try. To try to give as much of ourselves as we can and to be there for others when they need us. I wish we had Ben Michaels back. I wish we knew why he had to leave us, but we don't. We can't. All we can do is go on and try to be there for the next child, the next grandmother, the next young man with everything to live for. One death is too many. Why do we waste so much of our lives? It seems that we only learn what's precious to us by losing it. We have to love more and understand and forgive and be there for the people we cherish. Don't hide your feelings from each other. Let your hearts touch. Let your lives be joined and inspire you to be better together than you are alone. Nurture those closest to you. Your family, your friends, the people that you work with every day. We can't solve all our problems alone. We need to lean on each other for comfort, for hope, while we have the chance. The clock is ticking for all of us, and it always runs out. Love your children, your husbands and wives, your sons and daughters. Love them as if tomorrow might never come. For as long as we draw breath, we can never love enough. And we mustn't turn our backs on that which keeps us alive. Our only security in this life comes from loving and being loved in return. I think that we should stop taking credit and assigning blame and start being responsible and strong enough to care. And more than that, strong enough to love. Well, and trying to give me an award, which I'm very grateful for, and I'm just rambling. Forgive me if I've ruined your evening. Please go back to dancing and drinking.
John, thank you. We really needed to hear that.
Alicia, I've got to get out of here.
Yes. Yes, let's go.
Hey. Mom, Dad's not home. I know he's not. I think he's probably still at that fundraiser. I tell you what, partner. How about you go upstairs, get your PJs on, you get into bed, and when Daddy gets home, I'll tell him to tuck you in. How about that? Okay. Okay. That's it. Where's my kiss? Love you.
Thank you for making sure I got home all right.
You're awfully quiet.
I can't do small talk. Not after your speech.
I'm not very good at small talk myself. Ryan Harrison died tonight.
I was afraid. He and Vicky were just starting their life together.
Could happen to any of us, Felicia. But I guess I don't have to tell you that.
No, you don't. When you lose someone, you realize how close you are to the edge.
Why do we go through life half asleep, pushing our feelings down all the time?
I feel like that too. A lot.
This is what I'm feeling. And I'm tired of pretending that I don't.
John. We can't do this. We can't. Too many people are going to get hurt.
Who told you? I had this awful feeling, and we came back to the hospital, and when I got there, Rachel was standing outside with her.
How's Carl?
He won't leave his side.
Ryan's not there anymore. That's why I left.
Carl's having a hard time accepting that.
Now I'm alone. I just can't stop remembering. Remember all the good things. I remember everything. I remember the way his lips felt on mine. You will always carry his love in your heart. Always. He told me that. He told me that he would always be with me. He knew. What was happening. And he was worried about me. That's because he loved you. And nobody can ever take that away. It's just that he's always with me. Why do I feel so empty?
Paulina! Who let you in here?
Nobody.
And you made a big mistake.
Hi, Matthew. Hey. Thank you. Hi. Victoria? Here?
She's upstairs in their room. Who called you?
I did.
Matthew. I was feeling kind of bad, you know. I thought maybe I should have been there at the hospital for her.
She wanted you to rest and get better.
Yeah. I was so sure that I went into it, you know, since I was in remission.
I know.
That Ryan was going to get better.
I know, we all did.
And I should have been there for her. Pure and simple, you know. I told my daughter that I would always be there for her, and I wasn't. One more time, I wasn't. I mean, how many times can you say that to one person, huh?
Michael. You can't change what happened. We're not model parents, but we're all she has, and she needs you right now.
You know, I could use a hug.
Darling, it's time to let him go. Wasn't supposed to happen. My son deserved a long, rich life with Victoria, their children, and my grandchildren. This goes against all nature. Why Ryan? Why not me?
We can't hope to know that now. We just have to look for some meaning, some good.
There's none. This is my punishment. Yes, that I must live to see this.
It's me. I was the one who squandered his life. Lived with vengeance.
Fed on cruelty. I deserve this, not Ryan.
Ryan's goodness and compassion live. They live in you.
There's nothing but rage in me. Ryan wanted justice. He fought for it, and he got none. What kind of a twisted God are you?
Why have you taken my son from me?
All is cheerless, dark, and deadly.
Come on, McKinnon. Come on. Wait!
I hope you idiots kill each other.
Go upstairs. Victoria needs you.
Okay. Can I bring anything? The tray over there?
No, it's all right. I'll bring it up later.
Is there anything I can do?
Matthew, look, there's a lot of arrangements to be made. I don't know, you could call the paper,
Yeah,
information about the obituary.
I'll take care of it.
Thanks.
I'll get it this time. Hi. Come in.
Thank you.
Please come in. Hi. Hi.
Donna. I hope this is all right. We wanted to be here for a bit.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. Come in. Thank you all for coming. I'm Donna. I'm Victoria's mother.
Well, we don't want to intrude. We just, Brian's a part of our family as well.
I hope so. Brian, we very much appreciate you all stopping by. Gary, I just want you especially to know how much Ryan respected you. You too, Tibbs. Ralph. Josie, Ryan was so very proud the day you got your badge. I think he feels like he brought you on the force himself.
He did. I never would have become a cop if it wasn't for Ryan.
I like what John said about Blaine.
Yeah, well, I never doubted that John was a fine, sincere man and a good doctor. But that doesn't change the fact that Ben Michaels died because of negligence.
What the hell are you talking about?
All right, because mistakes were made. Does that make you feel better?
No, it doesn't. It makes me feel lousy about my brother. Lorna, Courtney and I are leaving. Can I give you a ride home?
No, it's okay. I'll manage.
You sure?
I hope Ryan's at peace. It wasn't a very long life, but it sure was a good one. He always did the right thing.
Yeah. We should all be a little bit more like Ryan.
Maybe if we were, he'd still be alive. Let it go. I'll be okay. Let it go. So calm all of a sudden. Ryan saw the best in people, didn't he? Grant and Carl. Everybody.
He was a great guy, and we're all going to miss him.
He's here. He's all around us.